All right, let's see if we're live. We haven't been live for a while now. It looks like we are. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you want to check out any of the links that I have in the chat or in the description, feel free to check out those links. They do help out the channel in a big way. Let me edit this really quick to go subscribers only, and 12 minutes. All right. First, what the fuck? What's going on? So yeah, XRP is definitely making a huge move. It's up by 15%. Things are looking really, really good. Obviously, we're seeing what we haven't seen before. Every time we have any type of major pickup, right? A large push. For some reason, the SEC decides to do something to kind of take away from that and kind of punch us in the gut or clip us at the knees or something like that, right? So being able to capture as much as we're able to capture and being able to sustain this level of growth and obviously see more growth, we're approaching $200 billion market cap, which is absolutely phenomenal. So let's say some good mornings and then we'll go through where XRP and where the overall crypto market is. Let's go. Good morning to you as well. XRP AM3. What does that mean? Like $3? Yeah. From Chicago, thank you for watching. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Matt from Australia. Germany in the house. Thank you for watching. I can't stand Gensler, a freaking hater. I know. Anytime there's something, congrats, you're a millionaire. Congrats. Well, thank you for saying that. I'm not an XRP millionaire just yet. And I think there's going to be so many opportunities to be that as we move along. But what's more important is the fact that everybody's going to have this opportunity to do the same thing, to become a millionaire, to have substantial wealth or have life-changing gains that could, pay off student loans and pay off credit card debt. And, obviously, I would rather pay off debt before you even get to the point of investing. But if you find opportunities, it's always great to throw a little bit in these places so that you can be a part of the bigger picture here. Because you don't want to miss out just because you have, student loans. But if you get to credit card debt and personal loans, that's where it starts to get a little bit iffy. But either way, congratulations to a lot of people that have made, the correct decision in just investing in the crypto space, investing into cryptocurrency. So I just want to, congratulate you guys. Um, I see Hungry here. Thank you for watching. Good morning, MP. Good morning to you too. XRP Army, wake up. In the Philippines, it's evening here. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch me. You probably have better things to do, but XRP just looks amazing, so decided to live stream. You better still be holding that 100K. I have 200K, so yes, I am still holding it. From Saudi Arabia, good morning. Thank you for watching. Good morning, bro. Only $115 left for MMN. I don't know what that means. I remember when you were speaking about XRP early 2024, and I always watched. Never invested. I got in just over $1, a bit late, but still a W for now. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't expect people to just make a move based on what I'm saying, and the fact that you watched. You heard everything, and then eventually you made your investment showed that you put so much thought and effort into it. It's not about just, oh, this person's talking about it, it's going to explode. You don't want to do that because there's so many people that talk about so many different things. Even I talk about a lot of different things on YouTube, and it's not about you guys to just invest everything that you own into all of these places I'm talking about. No, it's about you hearing what they are, what they do, and why I think that they could be worth a little bit more. And then you doing your own research throughout that process, and then finally making whatever investment you want to make. So yes, people made investments into it, and they ended up doing the research maybe a little bit faster, and they invested at, you know, $50 or $60, or 50 or 60 cents, not $60. That'd be crazy. 50 or 60 cents, meaning that they were able to capture a lot more as it did run up. But still, just over a dollar. You're looking at a $3+ mark right now. Things are looking great. Um, so what does it all mean? What does the growth mean? It means that crypto is being widely accepted, you know, not just across the US, but around the world, right? Um, will you buy more XRP? I won't. I have a lot of XRP right now, so I won't buy any more because it is way above my price point to where I was like, I'm going to stop buying XRP. Because right now, I think to a certain extent, when you get to understanding what it can be in the end, um, it's not about, since I do have a lot, it's not about me just continuing to gather more to be the richest XRP holder that's out there. No, it's about getting some of your initial investments, treating it as an investment. And once it gets up to a certain point, treating it as an investment, but then also treating a portion of it as what it's meant to be, which is a currency. So for the forever cryptocurrency amounts, the 10,000 that I have sitting over in my Ledger wallet, for the maybe extra 5 or 10,000 that I want to hold in Coinbase and see what that can end up being. But then the other like 190,000 will be for just treating it as an investment and being able to pull that out and put it into something else that I am also very, very familiar with. So in the end, I'll still have a decent amount of XRP. It's just a certain amount is treated towards an investment and being able to make money as a little bit shorter term, if that makes sense. Being able to capture profits and being happy with those profits, and also spreading those profits to other areas, whether it's real estate or whether I'm getting into collectibles or whatever, right? That's kind of where I see it. I want to be able to spread that wealth in different places. Um, let's see, let's scroll down. We got a lot of people. XRP to $4 today. When are you selling? My first selling point is at $5. Let's see. Yeah, my first selling point is at $5, and I plan on taking $250,000 from that. Yeah, $250,000 from that. But then everything else will sit there until we reach the next target and the next target and the next target. But that's kind of, and honestly, with investing how much I invested, so I invested like 50,000 to begin with. And then obviously when it got up to a higher price point, I invested more to get me to 200,000 coins. But now I will take maybe like 25% of that. And then it might be 25%. It might be a little bit more. We'll see. I have my exit plan somewhere else. I can't really find it at the moment. I think it's on my other solid state drive. Did you sell some XRP? No, I still have all of it. The only thing that I have sold is my leverage trades. Speaking of that, if you guys want to sign up for BTCC, the link to BTCC is in the chat, where you can get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as 40% lower trading fees and extra bonuses up to $10,000 per user. And you can also do a 500x leverage. So I've been taking a lot of those leverage trades, and that's what I've been selling. I haven't been selling the outright position that I hold. And it's just great to see the growth, but it also hurts to see it fall because of how much it is. So when you see, tens of thousands of dollars that you're losing or gaining per day, it's just amazing and scary at the same time. But I've been able to manage. I've been able to figure all that stuff out. So as we get closer and closer to certain levels where my first selling point is, it will be good to be able to finally take a little bit of profit, but $4 is not even my selling point. So it's definitely not going to be today, but it could be in the next couple of months. XRP $10,000 next week. $10,000 next week. That would be amazing, but I don't know about that. How about Farmcoin? I do have Farmcoin. I was actually thinking about buying more Farmcoin. I did buy one more, and the reason why is because they somebody tried to scam me. I don't know if you've seen that video. Somebody tried to scam me and say that my that somebody had access to my Coinbase account and that they needed information. They needed to fill out a survey and all that. And they said they were gonna take away my payment methods so that I no one can use it, but I had to fill out a survey or whatever. So they said they stopped the payment methods. So I went in there and bought some farm coin just to see if I truly had the payment methods stopped, and that wasn't the case. So I just wanted to do some checks and balances, even though I had a strong feeling it was a scam. Um, Guys, we have 455 people here. If you can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. It does help out the channel. And again, also, if you want to check out my link for BTCC, that link is in the chat. I have a couple of positions that are open right now that I think, I would love to take a little bit of profit on. Just because I invested a smaller amount. If I go over to BTCC, not in XRP, I think I might have one in XRP at a 3x leverage that I only put $79 into, but I was thinking about holding this one for quite some time just so that it does, you have a 3x leverage. It's not crazy. The order size is 100. But I'm able to gain so much with 3x leverage versus just trading outright. So and then I do have a Jasmine coin investment that's up about 550% and Caspa that's up about 100%. So great to see, and you can see the growth. I mean, let's go ahead and take a look at where XRP is because we haven't looked at that yet. We've it's like 12 minutes in and we've been just responding to comments, which is always great. But currently, the crypto market is at a 3.48. Let me refresh this. $3.49 trillion market cap. You can see Bitcoin's dominance that is decreasing by about a whole 1%. That's great to see, meaning that we are getting closer and closer to altcoin season. Seeing something like an XRP making a huge move and being, worth as much as it is, one, it feels very satisfying to the people that said XRP will never be worth anything and it will never get back to. They said that it won't pass Solana, that it wouldn't pass BNB, that it wouldn't even be worth over $100 billion market cap, and now it's approaching a $200 billion market cap. So all I can do is laugh, but I hope that they were just speaking negatively, but then held XRP just so they can have some success. But then again, like I don't want to see anybody fail, but I hate when people just spread negativity just for the heck of it. Anyways, Bitcoin is around the 100 billion, or sorry, $100,000 mark, and seeing a 98 or 99 $1,000 mark. It's up by 2.3%. Ethereum is up by about 5%. You can see XRP is just absolutely exploding. It's up by 15% today to a $3.17 price or $182 billion market cap. This is the third largest cryptocurrency in the world, confirmed, and it's way far away from the fourth largest cryptocurrency. And you can see, BNB is making a move up to $100+ billion market cap. Solana is now the sixth largest cryptocurrency in the world, sitting at $103 billion market cap. But if we look into XRP a little bit more, let's look at the volume. The volume is at $24 billion, up 66% in the last day. Again, $182 billion market cap with 13% volume to market cap ratio. Still sitting at the 57.49 billion coins in circulating supply, but the movement has just been phenomenal, and I want to see more and more of it. This picked up to 317. It's currently at 318, so it has surpassed that level. We're looking at 320. We're looking at 350. We're looking at $4. So again, it just always brings me back to the people that said XRP would not be worth a $200 billion market cap. I have a feeling that we're going to see that happen very, very soon. And we're going to hit a $250 billion market cap. And all of those people that have that negativity, they're just gone. And hopefully some of those people are here and they just can't say anything. But things look phenomenal for XRP. And while we see XRP making these moves, it's kind of crazy that we're seeing that because we have, articles like these, right? The SEC appeals Ripple ruling, seeking reversal on XRP classification. Now, I'm not gonna go through this right now. Maybe I'll go through that in a full video, but I will go through kind of the context or a little bit of a summary of like what we have there. So, basically, every time XRP has any type of movement, anytime Ripple has any type of success, the SEC always wants to come back with an appeal, with something that's negative. And it seems that this time it's not working. It seems that this time we see the SEC do its attacks, whatever they need to do to keep XRP, at bay and keep the community from seeing this major success that we are seeing right now. But it's not working, right? It's not working for them because this is what, the fourth time, maybe fifth time that they've decided to release news as XRP is flying, but XRP continues to fly. So to see them try and reverse the ruling that XRP is not a security when selling to retail um, is crazy. But I guess at certain points we expected it. I just didn't expect it this late. As you get into kind of this last ditch effort to say, oh well, this XRP is a security, and to try and bring XRP down, to try and bring Ripple down a peg, and it's just not going to work. It's your last ditch effort, and before change up, and yeah, it's not working. So I want to talk about that a little bit more in depth as we get into maybe some videos later or something. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of briefly touch on that. And yeah, you have other articles here, right? Ripple execs blast SEC over refusal to postpone appeal, a waste of time and taxpayer dollars. Very, very true. All the above is true. Let's see what people are saying. So most people were negative about XRP 4 years ago. Even you, Matt. No, I wasn't negative about XRP. See, this is where it comes from. I wasn't negative about XRP. I was taking all the information or the little information that I did have, and I said that I wanted to day trade it based on the movement. And that's what I saw within it. And then I researched what the long-term outcome was of it and the breakdown of, what it is, what it could be used for, the people involved in it, the community, and just the positivity around what this will be, and how high, how far this can go, not just based on where the market cap can go, but just based on where it will be placed in the top cryptocurrencies based on use and based on belief. So you would end up, once I saw that, that's where I started to invest in for the long term. I've always invested for the short term and just wanted to play the ups and downs, which is perfectly fine when you have a speculative market. And in this position, it was more of a speculative play because of the fact that you had the lawsuit that was so fresh, right? And everybody, whenever you mentioned XRP, they would say, nope, you're going to lose all your money. They're in a lawsuit. They're going to be, they're going to go to zero and all this stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I necessarily see that, but I'm going to go ahead and invest sparingly, right? I'm going to invest for the short term. And then, even while it was at a lower price, I saw what the future can bring of it, right? Now, was it at 17 cents or was it at, a percentage of a penny? No, it wasn't. But I was never negative towards what XRP could be or XRP in general. I've always been positive towards XRP. I've just either been day trading or I've been investing long term. And honestly, I've never stopped day trading when it comes to my leverage trading platforms. I never stopped day trading. I still hold my long term positions though, and am ready for what this can be in the end. Guys, if you could, we have 600 people here and we have 144 likes. I would appreciate if you guys hit the like button, get me up to 300 likes. That would be amazing. There's obviously a lot of people that haven't hit the like button, so please do so. It does help out the channel. And yeah, SEC brief only had only had old claims. The case is dead. Yeah, I mean to I guess you can call it repurposing those old claims. I said this from the beginning. Like you can't bring any new information to the table. Everything has already been said, everything has already been displayed. You can't bring anything new. You're just appealing to appeal. That's pretty much all that they have. And it's a last ditch effort to kind of bring XRP down and just kind of control the crypto market at least one more time at this point. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I'm glad that I'm in XRP. 927.95. I'm excited. I bought XRP at 55 cents. That's great to hear, Robbie Bush, because there's a lot of people that, and there's a couple of people that I've run into that said, "Look, I'm selling my XRP. I'm happy with the fact that I have $3," and I'm like, okay, you do whatever you feel is right. I'm not gonna tell you you need to hold on to something, but they were able to take profit. They're happy with it. Obviously, they're not going to be happy when it hits a level of 10 and 20 and $30 or whatever. But they're happy at the moment, and they're able to take some of that profit that they gained and put it wherever they want to put it. Some people actually needed it for, they spent the money that they needed for bills and taxes and stuff like that on XRP, and they're able to gain so much more, which is phenomenal to see. But I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend taking your tax money and throwing it all in on red or something. And this is not that case, right? You're doing so much more. You're investing in something that actually has a future, that actually can be used. So I guess it's a little bit of a different story. It's like you taking your tax money, investing into the S&P 500, right? And just at a greater gain scale. And then you're able to capture those gains and pay your taxes as well while being able to keep those gains. So I don't ever recommend it because I want people to put bills and things first, and then take the extra money and throw it into places that you believe can run. But to each their own. You can do whatever you feel is great for you. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. How can someone be negative and holding 200K XRP? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at one point, I can understand how people take it as that, because the community, anytime I said, it was it's a day trade for me, the community may have hated me for that, just because they wanted me to hold for as long as possible. But at that moment, it wasn't just a hold type of play. If you were looking for a quick gain, you can gain something with where XRP was and how it was moving, because it went up to $1, came down to 60, went back up to a dollar 30 or something, went back down to like 70 or something. It just showed the level of peaks and valleys that any day trader would love. And in the beginning stages of my cryptocurrency journey, a lot of it was day trading. I haven't been invested in crypto for 10 years. I've been invested in crypto for just over, was it 4 or 5 years? It was 2020, so 5 years, almost 5 years, because it was later 2020. So I've been invested for a little bit, but it's not a crazy amount of time where you could have bought XRP at a level of a percentage of a penny, right? That's not my case. I would love to have invested into there, but during that time, the only thing I knew about was Bitcoin, and I didn't want to invest into Bitcoin at that time. What are you expecting for XRP? Overall, when I talk about my expectations, right? I'm looking at a gain expectation, how much I want to gain from the position, by just profiting from it and buying the position, but also what I can gain from it by using it and being able to see that in real time, right? Whether it's being the world currency and truly being able to use it for transactions and bypassing the bank entirely. That's something I would love to do, or even partnering with the bank, the multiple banks that I use, and being able to utilize XRP there. It would be great, right? So I want to see both that happen. I want to be able to profit from it and turn it into fiat currency, as well as being able to utilize what I have left for the long term and for whatever the future processes are, right? That's kind of my expectations. When it comes to price, I have multiple selling points, whether it's 5, 10, 20, 25, or $50, or even 100 plus dollars, right? So those are my expectations, but I mean, it's very broad expectations. Um, XRP is clear. The appeal is about Ripple sales of XRP, not XRP. Yes, it's about Ripple sales of XRP, but if they label the sale of XRP to retail investors as securities, then that means that every sale to retail investors would be securities. Now, it would be pertaining to Ripple selling new XRP, meaning that they couldn't dilute XRP anymore because they can't sell to institutions and they can't sell to retail investors. So being that, meaning that they can't take any of that extra supply and release any of that extra supply, which honestly wouldn't be bad, but that also would mean that the previous sale or multiple sales of XRP would still hold true and would be kind of looked at as a sell of a security, and XRP would be a security then, which wouldn't be good for us. So even though, but they have no new information. There's nothing else that they can bring to the table. The only thing you could possibly have is just a new perspective to say, well, maybe, this is what I see within it. This is what this judge saw, but this is what I see within it, right? That's the only thing you could possibly have is a new perspective towards it. But still not gonna hold up. Um, Bitcoin rise, then XRP follow. I will be surprised if XRP falls to $2. You'd be surprised if XRP falls to $2. Yeah, I mean, currently we're seeing it at XRP breaking 319 at the moment, which is fantastic to see, almost at 320. Um, but yeah, you're gonna see that happen with everything, right? Bitcoin runs, and then a trickle down effect to the rest of the market. Obviously, XRP is seeing a lot more gains, a lot more of an impact right now compared to everything else in the market. But we're seeing almost $200 billion market cap. Like it's mind blowing to me to like, even though I expect it to happen, still seeing it happen, it just, I don't know, it's just a whole nother thing. Like it just feels great. Hey man, I bought XRP in 2019 on Coinbase. That was my first crypto I bought. Did you buy a lot of it or did you buy a little bit of it? I mean, either way, fantastic buy. Have you been holding that entire time? Midnight 0524. Matt is a top 1% XRP holder and is an extremely bullish holder of XRP as well as a master chef. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a master chef. I would love to go on the show Master Chef. Um, I I love cooking. For some reason, I don't like cooking at home unless I'm doing it with Harper or Hayden, and we're cooking together, just to show them how to cook and everything. The last time we cooked, Hayden loved it. That was the first time Hayden and I have ever cooked together, and she loved every part of it. She did want to rest her hand in places, and I was like, you can't do that because you're gonna accidentally touch the stove. So just don't do that. But she had so much fun. Um, yeah, I love cooking. If people don't know, I was a sous chef for 7 years, 6 years. I was a dishwasher to start, but I was a sous chef for about 7 years. At this point, the SEC doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I guess that's why we continue to run. What are your views on supporting stocks like XLM and XDC? I think it's important. I know a lot of people do hold XLM and XDC. I don't hold either of them. I did at one point, um, but I think I only had a certain amount, and my mindset is always to invest kind of a minimum in plays that have utility. Plays that have utility, I'm looking for a minimum of like $500 to $1,000. At this moment, it's changed because obviously my portfolio has grown a significant amount. But it's I want to make sure I have a minimum so I'm not just invested into absolutely everything with a small amount, right? I don't want to have, $50 or $100 in something. Now, I've been tempted time and time again to buy XLM and XTC, but I haven't. So I don't really have any major views on it. And since I haven't done a crazy amount of research on it, that's the thing that's holding me back, right? And I know that it's more utility plays, so I should be doing my research on those. But I haven't uploaded a video about them. I haven't, talked about them in depth. But eventually, I will. But we may be far gone when it comes to the level of gains that you could have had from the bottom to the top. But it just would be amazing to see everything grow together. And that when XRP runs, you see both of those make those moves as well. Who confirmed this news? Because I can't see anyone else posting it. Also, the price has not dumped back to sub $3 off the back of this news. So this news is pretty much everywhere, right? You have the SEC appeals Ripple ruling seeking reversal on XRP classification, basically saying that they want XRP to be labeled as a security when it's not a security when selling to retail. It is a security when selling to institutions. Now, I always thought that was weird because and anytime what you do, right, with the SEC is they're willing to protect businesses rather than protect people. And if this was something that truly was a security, right, and you said, oh, it is a security, it's not a security for retail, but it is a security for institutions, you're just trying to make sure that institutions don't buy it. But then you can have retail that would struggle in those cases. In this case, you're holding back retail from being able to gather a substantial amount of XRP and gains because of what it could be for those businesses. But then, obviously, people are able to, buy it, and obviously they can sell directly to us, which would be kind of diluting us in a way. But either way, we know what it's going to be, even with 100 billion coins. And right now it's sitting at about the 60 billion coin mark. So, anyways, it's everywhere, right? The SEC, appeals the Ripple ruling. You have people that are blasting the SEC over a waste of time and taxpayer dollars. I plan on putting out a more detailed video to kind of talk about that and my thoughts about that later today. I have a couple of things to do. I'm trying to build a like kind of a cinema in the back here, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I just haven't. Like every time I end up doing a different project, so I've been wanting to kind of improve the basement a little bit more because we have this large couch that we barely use. We use the couches upstairs and the TV upstairs, and I bought a sound bar, surround sound system, as you can see. Like, well, maybe you can't see it. It's like right over my shoulder. So I'm excited for that. Guys, we have 814 people here. If you can hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would like to get up to 400 likes. If you can get me up there, that would be amazing. But also, if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, this is a place to where you can do up to a 500x leverage if you wanted to and be able to gain a lot in a short period of time. They also have 300 plus crypto futures. They've been trusted for 13 years, as well as you'll be able to get a 10% deposit bonus when you sign up using my link, as well as an extra bonus or multiple bonuses up to $10,055 per user, and also 40% lower trading fees. So if you want to, make some trades, this is the platform. XRP's at 324. Holy cow. So it's really making a move. If you want to make some leverage trades, feel free to check out my link for BTCC. I have a leverage trade here at a 3x leverage, $79. I'm currently up 100% on this 3x leverage. I'm up about 600% on this 10x leverage, and then a 5x leverage for Caspa. I'm up 100%. So again, check it out, link in the description. I recommend that you do always set a stop loss. If you have any issues with learning how to leverage trade, feel free to reach out to me on Patreon, or reach out to me on I guess just on Patreon. Twitter, I have so many different DMs. Reach out to me on Patreon, and we can talk about leverage trading and what what I tend to do and the stop losses that I make and all that stuff. So feel free to check that out. But XRP is making even bigger moves since I started talking. Uh, it's currently at $3.23. William, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate it a lot. But XRP is currently at $3.23, up by about 18%, $24 billion worth of volume, $185 billion market cap, and it just keeps on moving. Look at this. $3.25 right now. What's going on with XRP? It's flying. I'm trying to tell you. Should we expect a pullback maybe to $2.60 or $2.70 level on XRP? I see we have a news coming, or we have a news coming. So should we expect a pullback? I would say, if anything, you're definitely seeing this, 50 moving average as a strong point, which would be about the $3 mark. But with more and more gains, I would say you're probably looking at the level of like $2.70 as that potential pullback here to the 200 EMA, which could be the case. Look, and you know what? I'm not doing anything with my XRP. So even if it does get up to a level of $3.90 and comes all the way back to $2.70, I still will have the same XRP that I had when I started this live stream. And yeah, I won't be selling any of my XRP at these levels. I have my price targets, and I think you guys should have your price targets. If this is one of your price targets, then make that move. Feel free. I'm not going to be mad at you. It's currently at $3.27. Absolutely flying. Can we please talk about the news about the announcement we all woke up to? What announcement? Keep talking, Matt. Your voice is pumping XRP. I hope that's the case. Hello, Matt. How are you? Wait, how you're well. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? XRP at $30 would be massive. I don't think that would happen this cycle. I mean, don't say it wouldn't, right? I look at um, exit plan spreadsheet. Let me go back here and let me exit out of this. Um, I look at the exit plan spreadsheet with no information filled out, and you look at a level of $30, and to say that XRP cannot get to a $1.7 trillion market cap, I would say that it definitely can. I would say a $1 trillion market cap is something that I wanted to see, and I'm pushing to see this cycle, which would be about a $20 price point. But I expect so much more, and something that people don't understand has so much more of an impact on the market than they believe. Right, where people look at Bitcoin, they look at Ethereum, they're like, Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP has so much more of an impact on this market, on the world, in the country, than a lot of people are led to believe. Right, you're talking about something that has been fighting the government for 4 years, 5 years, right? They've been fighting them for as long as we can remember. Like, it's been such a long time that they've been fighting this, the SEC, and it's for some reason, right? Not just for the reason for Ripple's reasons, but it's for the SEC's reasons. What are their reasons? Is it because XRP is the closest to being what the dollar can be? Is it because XRP is the closest to replacing whatever they know, and to have a maximum amount there, and to not be able to control the inflation that you can have on it, and maybe even when you release all the coins, lack thereof, right? There won't be any inflation. You're just going to see a deflationary aspect to what is the main currency that we all use. This is something that kind of scares them. does scare them. That's why they're looking to create as much as they can, right? CBDCs are not going to gain the level of popularity that XRP can gain. So no matter what is created and used on, with Ripple's payment options, it doesn't matter. XRP has the level of popularity and will always have that level of popularity. And people will look at it not only as that, transaction based currency, but also with the level the price moves, a store of value, because you're looking at something that increases in value over time based on the burns that they have. The more transactions that are happening, the more movement that's happening, the more burns that you are seeing as well, which creates a deflationary aspect rather than inflationary. So this is something that the government has been fighting against for such a long time. They're not fighting against Bitcoin because Bitcoin is just compared to a gold, right? They're not fighting against Ethereum because, you look at Ethereum and Ethereum can be used heavily in certain cases, but you look at XRP and natively you can use it. That's cheaper, that's more secure, that's faster, that's everything that we want, and having a large community and having the popularity that we need. So it's very, very interesting that people don't understand how much of an impact XRP will truly have. They're always thinking, oh, you know what, Bitcoin's this, Bitcoin that, Ethereum this, Ethereum that, Solana this, Solana that. Yeah, they're great plays. They're gonna be worth a lot more, hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars. But XRP, in my opinion, is going to be the number one cryptocurrency in the world that honestly they're gonna have to add an asterisk next to its market cap, because you're using it and looking at it in a wholly different way.
Benjamin Cornelius donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the Super Chat.
Holy crap, good morning.
That AI voice, the way that AI voice reads it, it's just funny. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We have 1,000 people here, and I would like to get up to about 500 likes. That would be amazing. And also, again, if you want to check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check out my link down below, where you can get 10% deposit bonus, also 40% lower trading fees. That link is in the chat. Let me put out a poll real quick, and then we'll get back into where the price is, because I feel like we might be surprised with how the price is moving. Matt, is Farm Harvest Finance still a hold? Yeah, I'm still holding it. I have no problems with Harvest Finance. I think it's going to make huge moves when you see the true altcoin season happen, and we're getting closer and closer every single day. Like button. Since I don't type for papers and stuff, and I only type for titles, I've noticed that my typing, every word that I do always has a capital letter in it, because I have titles of videos to where every word has a capital letter. So now I normally type like that, which is weird. Yeah. So feel free to answer the poll. Get me to 500 likes. I would greatly appreciate it. ADA needs to break $1.50. Would love to see it. I have ADA currently. XRP is at the $2.26 mark. Things are just looking phenomenal there. I'm so excited. $4 incoming. I would love to see it as well. I'm telling you, it is not going to stop going up. Stop listening to haters, my peeps. What's it like making about 100K in a couple of days? Well done, champ. It's pretty great. But the thing we have to look at it, or the way you have to look at it, is not about the fact that you just made 100K. Like I look at it, and anytime I'm going up, $10,000, $20,000, whatever it is, I don't look at it as if
Morcon donated £2 through Super Chat. Handshake, I have 1,500 XRP. You think it's enough? Sell at $10.
So give me a second. I had a thought. Now for some reason I can't remember. But the way that I look at it is basically I haven't gained anything until I reach my my exit plan strategy, my selling points. And since I haven't reached there, I haven't gained anything. Right? Looks amazing. What I'm holding is worth a heck of a lot. And if I got into a sticky situation, yes, I can take all of it and just find a way to get out of that sticky situation. But right now, it's about the buy and hold. It's about looking at it like it's a appreciating asset rather than just something that is going to fall on you at some point. So 1500 XRP, is that enough to sell at $10? Is it enough to sell at $10? I mean, if you sell 1,000 at $10, you have $1,000. You sell 15, you're gonna have $15,000. Is that enough for you? That's what I'm saying. That would be substantial because you're able to, I don't know where you bought at, but you're able to gain a lot from what you've invested. So it really all depends what you're looking to gain. And I never recommend that anybody sells absolutely everything that they hold. I always recommend that you hold on to something. If you wanted to hold on to 100, you never know what it's going to be in the end, what it's going to be worth in the end. There's so many predictions out there and so many things that can happen to get it to massive levels. Because say, you do have some sort of a Fed buyout in some way, right? Where each one is worth $10,000 or $30,000 or whatever, which would be a crazy market cap. But let's say it is. Then you're able to make a crazy amount, a substantial amount by just holding 100. So you never know what it's going to be. You never know if something's going to go from being worth $100 or whatever, like a Bitcoin, up to $100,000. You never really know. And with that unknown, you have to leave some in for the unknown. But it's still great. If you want to sell all of it at $10, you can. If you wanted to sell a portion of it, you can as well. I think it's enough to have a substantial gain. Is it something to create life-changing wealth? I mean, it really all depends on what prices we end up hitting and what ends up getting done with XRP and Ripple and the government. Will we will be at 100 and people will still be thinking of buying? Probably. Take some profit. 1.9%, and we're like above last month's flash crash market overall. I thought it was going to dip with the news, but it's still pumping. Yeah, I mean, I guess the community is just tired of all of their BS, or the institutions are probably like, look, I don't care what's happening. We're finding ways to grab XRP. Yeah, they can't sell it. They can't sell it to us, but we're gonna go ahead and buy it. My $100 in XRP turned into $700. Nice. That's phenomenal. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your gains. Is it too late to get in? Planning to spend $1,000. Is it too late to get in? I mean, it depends how you look at it. So this is probably going to be a question that you get as you see more and more volume, as you see $25 billion, $30 billion, or even $100 billion that goes through XRP. This is the question that you're going to get is it too late to get in? And my answer to that is it depends. If your mindset is a long-term mindset for what XRP is going to be, and to understand that you will have, peaks and valleys to this position, and understand that $3.26 could turn into $2.70 very, very quickly, meaning that your $1,000 will be worth less, not worthless, but worth less later on, but still having the potential chance to have that positive incline over time. All the people that invested at a level of 50 cents and 60 cents and 70 cents saw the same thing, right? Where they invested, it was a little bit higher than what the highest point or what the low points were at, like 40 cents or so, 39 cents, and looking at it there. But they were able to withstand that. And every time it went up, they were happy. Every time it went back down, they found a way to buy more, right? That's kind of the way that you need to treat it, is treat every level as if it's, your dollar cost averaging in for the long term. Now, if you're short term, this may not be the best spot for you to invest because it's increased by a heck of a lot in the last day. You're looking at about 19% in the last day, and what is it, like 40%, 42% for the last 7 days. So you're seeing a decent increase, meaning that you need to have a solid mindset for what the future will bring before you invest $1,000 into it or what the money that you wanted into it. Also, you should probably have some in reserve that you're going to be able to dollar cost average into at lower levels, because you will see increases, you will see decreases. That's how the markets roll. Guys, we have 1,325 people that are here, about 500 likes. If you can hit that like button and get me up to about 700 likes now, I would appreciate it so
D'Angelo
much.
Gedian donated
Jeez,
$4.99 through Super Chat.
it's loud.
Be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. 6K to 17K within XRP. Here for the long-term folded hands dark skin tone.
One, that's amazing. First of all, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. But yes, that is one of the biggest things the best things I've ever taken from Warren Buffett. I don't really take much advice from Warren Buffett. Long-term holds, yes, I'm just not really the biggest fan of, or he's not the biggest fan of cryptocurrency, so I'm not the biggest fan of that side of him. However, yes, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. That's 100% the way that it needs to be. When you see things that are exploding, you kind of have to be a little bit fearful and maybe step off the gas a little bit, and or you want to take profit at certain levels if this is your profit target. But then when things are falling down, you want to be greedy, because a lot of other people, the reason why it's bearish is because other people are doing the same thing. They're selling. You have bigger holders that are selling, and you want to say, okay, you know what? I see you're selling, and I'm going to go ahead and call your bluff, and I'm going to buy it, right? And that's some things that I've always been able to do with things like Terra Luna Classic, with things like XRP, seeing that at a very low level and being able to make my first purchase at 39 cents. And then my second purchase at a level of like 40 cents. So being able to have an average of 52 cents for the 100K that I did have. And now my average is higher because I did invest a little bit higher than what I said I was going to. My average is $1.22. But seeing all of the possibilities, seeing something come back so far and finding the low, investing into that low, and being able to make so much out of that. That's kind of the way you need to do things. The way you need to run your life is be fearful while others are greedy, and greedy while others are fearful. What's your mindset on people close to you that did not listen, but will probably make you feel guilty if you don't share your money with them? How will you handle those situations? Easy. I'm very generous, so I do give a lot. Like a lot of people know on my channel, I've done plenty of giveaways. Even with XRP, while XRP was at a lower price, even when XRP rose up a little bit, I still was giving away XRP. I gave away Terra Luna Classic. I gave away Shiba Inu. I donated a lot of my Shiba Inu, or burned a lot of my Shiba Inu, 300 million of it, and also donate to No Kid Hungry every month and various charities and all. Like, I'm a very giving person, so I always like to help people out. But when it comes to that, and people are like, "Look, I should have listened to you," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Well, what can we do now? Like, how can I learn this stuff?" And I'm like, I want to teach you the stuff, but don't just ask me for money. Don't ask me to help you out with something that you don't necessarily need help with. It's not something you need, it's something you want. But I try to be cutthroat, even though the fact that I'm not. I'm very generous at heart. So I don't know. When it gets to a point where I think a lot of people don't know like how much money I do have, and that's why now I have to keep a lot of this, kind of under wraps. And when I look at it, it's money that I don't have. It's all in my portfolio, and it can go to zero in a heartbeat. Why would I give actual money when this over here is still sitting out there in an investment in cryptocurrency that can't be really used right now, right? So that's the way that I look at it, is like, I technically don't own that. Like, that's not just because I have that much in my portfolio doesn't mean I own that much. Does that make sense? But then when it comes to the point where they say, like I actually do take profit, and they see that, and I'm very generous, so I'm going to be helping out as many people as possible. I hope that I can make somewhere north of 10 million, so that I can take about 2 million and set it aside for consistent dividend gains, and then the rest can go to, you know, charities and family members. And like, I literally don't need that much money. I don't want it. I don't want to give my family the large mansions or anything. I don't want any of that. What I want is to be able to help as many people, especially around me, as possible. And anybody that's struggling. That's something that I like. I know that people that think like me don't necessarily always make a ton of money because they're so giving. But since I am in
Thick Wall
finance,
Podcast donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Have a good day, brother. Cheers to everyone tuning in. Stay classy. XRP Rocket.
well, thank you for the. I like how they did that with the automated voice and XRP Rocket. Um, anyways, um, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for being here, and yeah, hopefully everybody is making a decent amount, and you know, you're able to, if you're able to profit, you can profit from it. Like, I'm not going to tell people to just hold on to absolutely everything, but you know, it's always great to see what could be and what will be, right? So yeah. Anyways, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because right now I'm still not an XRP millionaire. Um, how many XRP do you have? I have 200,000. Let's call it that. Um, you will be forever blessed. Well, thank you. I'm technically, from what I broke down in the previous statistics that I had, I'm technically in the top 1%. Um, I'm honestly in the top 0.5% of holders, which I wouldn't have expected. I would have expected that I'm probably um, like outside the top 1%. I would probably be like, I thought I would be like in the top 5%. But that's not the case. The top 10% is only 2,601 XRP. Um, and then obviously you go up from there. So it's pretty interesting. Where should you cash out your profits? I would suggest using an exchange where you can link your bank account easily. Yes, you might end up paying a substantial amount in in fees, regardless of where you are. But if you have things like Coinbase One and using the advanced platform, you won't pay as much. But either way, you're going to pay a lot. Um, Millionaire by the end of the day. I mean, maybe you never know. Uh, I tell everyone whether I know them or not. This way, I feel no guilt.
Swamp Donkey Crypto donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Matt has given me crypto tips and great amazing closing statements, but never financial advice.
Well, thank you, thank you for the super chat. And yeah, I don't ever give financial advice. I do give life advice though. I like life advice because I feel like I've learned a lot in my 33 years of living, almost 34 years of living, and I just want to give as much advice as possible. Obviously, I'm going to give that advice to my kids, but right now they're too young to really receive any of that. So, um, but yeah, I give tips and great closing statements. I don't. They're pretty mid closing statements. How long have you been accumulating? She's good stuff. I've been accumulating since I can't remember. It might be 2 years at this point. Might be 3 years. I I might be three. Yeah, I think it's been 3 years. I think in the beginning stages it was very simple. Like I had 1,000, then I moved to 3,000, and then I started going into different articles and like how much you really needed to gain like from the investment side of it. And then it transitioned from the investment side of it to more of a long-term hold and use case of it. And that's where it kind of skyrocketed from there. And majority of what I've been able to gain from the beginning was because of leverage trading. I was able to leverage trade and make a decent amount, which ended up being paid in the position that I leveraged. And the position that I leveraged was XRP. So I had like 1,000 XRP that was over there, or $1,000 in XRP that was over there, and I sparingly leveraged that and was able to gain, 500% on what I was investing, 1,000, 2,000%. I had a 50x leverage on XRP at one point that I was up 4,000% on that. So there were so many different leverage trades that I was able to gain a ton from it, because I would just say, all right, $100 here at a 10x leverage, meaning that I'm trading $1,000, but I'm only investing $100 of my own money, but I'm able to look at $1,000 there. So every single trade could be a 10x leverage. And instead of me investing $1,000, I'm investing $10,000 and able to gain
Najib Ahmed
so much more on it.
donated $1.99 through Super Chat. What is your XRP price targets, exit strategy?
So I can go through that in another video, but I have certain targets right now. My short-term targets, $5 is my first level to sell anything to get my initial investment, which right now is south of 200,000. My initial investment, because I invested another 100 plus $1,000 into it when it was above $1.50, so it got me to $1.22 overall average. So my first selling point for maybe 25% of what I have there is $5. Then my next selling point will be at a level of $10 to $20. But then obviously it's a little bit less aggressive as time goes on. I literally just always want to get my initial investment, and then the rest could be determined later on, right? I want to find the best place to get my initial investment while still having a lot in there. And being able to get my initial investment, still having well over 100K that's left on the table, I will take that any day of the week. So that's kind of where I stand. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. It's not too late. XRP isn't a meme coin. It has utility. That's very true. It's not. We continue to see it go up. Look at this. We're at $3.30 right now. $3.30, officially hitting $3.30. Absolutely amazing. Again, if you guys want to start leverage trading and get some of these leverage trades, feel free to do so. I'm going to go ahead. I've had this for quite some time. I bought this back in December, and probably want to take some profit on that. So I'm going to close this one out. I still want to hold my Jasmine coin investment. I feel like that's going to be worth a lot more than where it stands, especially from where I bought. My open price is very low. For these two, I think I might take those out and try and find another level. I would have liked to had CRO, but let me close this one out really quick. Go back here. I think it might ask me to do something, possibly. Oh, it didn't. All right, let's do the other one, which is Caspa. I feel like Caspa can be worth a lot more, and that's sitting at a 5x leverage. I shouldn't be upset with that at all. Which I'm not, and I'm not going to be. But there's so much more room left on the table for where that can go. Because if that does go to a level of about 50 cents, I'm gaining quite a bit on that. But it is still only a 5x leverage. So anyways, if you guys want to start leverage trading, feel free to check out the link. Oh, $3.31. Feel free to check out the link down below. You can get a 10% deposit bonus as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055 per user. 500x leverage if you want to. So yeah, check it out. Let's refresh this because the other one is showing See, this is only showing $3.29, but BTCC is showing $3.31 that officially hit. XRP liquidity pool is what we'll be providing to banks and other financial institutions. Remember, XRP has millions, a million drops, 2 drops per transaction is what is to be used. Who here is using ChatGPT Pro to trade? I'm not. People have not even thought about the big picture. Wait till you can fractionalized lend off of XRP. I bought this morning. And anytime is a good time. It's just you have to have a different mindset when you're buying right now versus when you buy, you know, oh wow, $3.32. So we're making moves. Just subscribe to you. Well, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Don't sleep on Casino Coin. I haven't heard of it. I currently hold 4,000 XRP, and now I'm just dollar cost averaging to hopefully get to 10,000 soon. Yeah, I mean, as you see, hopefully you're doing it as you see lower and lower prices, right? You can dollar cost average whenever you want to. If you believe in where XRP is going to go price wise and use case wise, you can dollar cost whenever you want to. It's just, I always like to find the lows whenever I'm dollar cost averaging in. I aggressively invest during those time. So, like, say for my dividend portfolio, my dividend portfolio recently has decreased a heck of a lot. It increased over a year, the first year of investing into it, it increased by 11%. Since the end point of that, we've seen the markets fall, and it's fallen down to only increase over the last year, or including the couple of months, right? So from October to October and then even to today, it's decreased, and now it's only up by 4% or 5% over that time period. So meaning that I lost a total of 6% from the top point. So as I saw that level, I decided to dollar cost average in, buy some Nike, buy some Target. I also bought more SCHD, and I'm going to continue to buy a lot of plays that, because dollar cost averaging is better when you can find the lowest points. Dude, this pump is crazy. I hear you. Do you think that after such a big gain this morning, it will have a massive correction, sending us back to demand zone and beyond? There's always a possibility. I mean, typically you see that. When you see things increase so much, eventually you have that correction, unless, people are in it for different reasons. It all depends on the people that are in it and what's the reason that they're holding and buying into that. Yes, they're buying into it for the gains, but there's new people that are buying into it this morning, not for just these gains. They're into it for the future potential of what that can be, as well as being able to see what it could be used for. So it's less about, oh, let me just sell this because I want to gain something. It's more about, let me buy this because I see a future where you can use it. So there's always a change in assets like that because they hold a little bit stronger. However, it is cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'm always expecting a pullback to certain levels where it could be $2.70. I'll be perfectly fine with that. Pulling back to $2.60. I'll be perfectly fine with that as well. I really don't care the movement that we end up seeing, as long as we're seeing that consistent growth over time. And that's what we are seeing with XRP. So I'm excited. $2.50 got to be a resistance level. I see $2.60 as a resistance level. It's $2.59. So I would definitely see that as a strong resistance level. However, $2.70 at the 200 EMA is a very strong resistance point. Support level. These are support levels. The lower levels are support levels. Resistance points are the higher ones. We're currently seeing it at $3.34. Just subscribed. I really like your mindset and how you're keeping it real by sharing your own experience. I bought 2,200 in 2021. sold some to recover my initial investment, and now I'm just waiting. That's great to hear, right? That's what I always want to hear, is that people sell to get their initial investment, and then the rest that you're sitting on is just gravy. You have no issue with it coming back because you don't have to worry about it. That's what I want to be able to do. Right? When I get to a level of $5, to be able to take out my initial investment would be phenomenal, because then I would be able to just sit on what I have there and never have to worry, even though my mindset, I don't worry as it is, because I'm in it for a lot more than just what we see here today or tomorrow or the next year. I'm in it for the next 5 and 10 and 20 years. So it's not really about I need this now. If I needed it now, it would be a different story. But I love hearing that people take their initial investment, right? Or even a little bit of profit, because it makes you feel better about holding. When people say, "Oh, I have 100,000 coins and I'm going to hold until it gets to $1,000 or something," I call cap immediately, because it's so difficult, and people don't understand how difficult it is to hold something that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars more than what you invested, or millions of dollars more than what you invested for that long of a period of time. So for people that said, "Oh, if I had 10,000 Bitcoin, I would have held for the longest time and I would have sold when it's at $100,000." Again, I call cap. There's no way that you're going to hold something that's worth multiple millions of dollars for that long, unless you physically did not need it, and the hundreds and the millions of dollars that you had in there was a insignificant amount compared to the amount that you have in your bank account. That's the only way that I can really see that. um, to accumulate more without raising low average. Thank you. First of all, I didn't say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. I forget who it was. Uh, Shauna Pearson TV. Am I saying your name right? Pearson. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that a lot. How are resistance levels calculated? So all of the support levels and resistance levels are based on previous levels that are hit. I base them on previous highs that you see. So when you see multiple touch points that are there, you can see the resistance levels, you can see the support levels. When you talk about the moving average, it's based on, like, say, a 50 moving average is based on 50 candlesticks and the moving average of those 50 candlesticks, right? And then you also have the 200 moving average, which is the same thing. It's just 200 candlesticks, whatever those candlesticks are. So if you're looking at it by day, then you would see each day would be a candlestick, meaning that would be a 200-day moving average that's there. But if you're looking at it by minute, it's 200 minutes of those candlesticks there. So these support levels are calculated that way. However, all of the other support levels that you would look at based on the prices, it's literally just based on viewing the chart and based on how many times it hits some of these levels. And a lot of times these support levels only hold true if people believe in those support levels. So let's say someone's day trading, right? First of all, we're at $3.38. I don't want to bypass that. Things are looking amazing. Say we have people that are purchasing this and it's at $3.38. The support level here at $3.03 only holds true if people truly or strongly believe in that support level. I don't agree that people believe in the support level because of how much it is moving with it, and how it has bounced off of it a couple of times, but it doesn't look like it is the strongest support level. What does look like it's a strong support level is the level of the 200 EMA, or the 200 moving average, because of the fact that it hasn't found a way to get back to that point. So it's more likely people will believe in those support levels, and then you'll see things that bounce off of it based on what people do. Right? This is a buying point, so a lot of people will buy. Depends how many people will buy compared to the amount of people that are selling, though. Because there are a lot of people that don't see support levels at all, and they just sell based on the fact that everybody else is selling. So all of it is player versus player. So there's a winner, there's a loser, and all of it depends on what people do, and you getting into the mind of what everybody else is going to do, And that's the way that you can be very, very successful. Whether you say, oh, this pattern or this pattern works, you can say, oh, a W formation, it's going to hit that low and it's going to skyrocket. The reason why it's going to skyrocket is because it's been proven that a W formation will create bullish momentum. So people tend to buy at those levels and make it a bullish momentum, make it a bullish play, right? When people see a bullish pattern, they are more likely to invest based on the outcome of that bullish pattern. It's so interesting, and as I look at it, it's like it all depends on the people that are investing. It always is. I didn't know that you could have a commercial ad right in the middle of your live stream. Yeah, it's called, well, you have mid-roll ads, but you would just set ads to play like I have it set to every 12 minutes. So, giving obviously a lot of time. You could set it to every 6 minutes if you want to, but I feel like that's just way too much. Currently, the concurrent viewers right now is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is amazing. Guys, hit the like button. Get me up to, I would love to get to 1,000 likes. As we're approaching some of those levels that I feel like the ratio needs to be a little bit higher. So please hit that like button. When you make your initial investment back plus Lauren, we'll probably have a pullback, and I don't count on it. I wouldn't sell any XRP right now. You're better off just waiting until the next after the new administration comes in. If you don't need the money, hold. Yeah, it's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody to hold everything that they've invested because it just doesn't make sense to say, hey, you have to hold this. I recommend that you would hold it for what my mindset is, which is more long term, and seeing the pullbacks, seeing the increases, seeing the pullbacks, and just going, shrugging your shoulders. It gets back to $2. Oh well, right? There's so much more left on the table for the long term. It doesn't matter what happens short term. Get YouTube Premium. Don't be cheap. I have YouTube Premium, and yes, getting YouTube Premium also still pays creators, so that's perfectly fine. And if you watch a lot of YouTube, it's well worth it. And you can listen to YouTube as well, because once you get YouTube Premium on your phone, you then can turn off your phone and still listen to the person talking or still listen to the video because it plays even when your screen is off. Only when you have YouTube Premium. If you don't have it, then you have to have the phone on in order to watch it. The reason being is I think they want you to watch the ads. So the ads, if you're watching or listening to, you're not going to just listen to the ad. The advertisers pay so that you can view the ad, not just listen to it. It's not a radio. So that's the reason why. I'm trying to eat off this crypto coin for the next 15 years or so. How long will it take to hit $5, you think? Probably not long. I would assume in the next couple of months. They say that people are saying that it's going to hit a level of $4 today. I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. As you see people waking up and realizing what XRP is doing, it could obviously take off, or you could see it pull back depending on if people are like, you know what, my my selling point was $3, and we're way above that, so I'm going to sell. So that's the way that you could see that kind of pull back a little bit. Because I think are you starting to see a little bit of a pullback in the rest of the market? Or was that the last hour? I guess you're not. Because for some reason BTCC was showing me something different. It's showing me a 1% decrease in BTC to USDT. And showing XRP as a 5% change. I guess they're looking at a certain cutoff that they do, which is cool. But XRP is up by 19%. He said $5 this week. That would be amazing. Retail exit liquidity
Peach Cobbler
is here.
donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
XRP has been paying me the same amount my job does.
Well, that's great. Hopefully, I could pay you a lot more. But that's fantastic. I guess that's good. Is that good or is that bad? But I would assume it's good. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, Peach Cobbler. I appreciate it. Speaking of peach, I love peach cobbler. I haven't had peach cobbler in such a long time. I would love to have some peach cobbler right now. Like actual peach cobbler, like the food. Bro, not sure, but my premium cuts off when the screen turns off. Well, my premium continues to run if I'm playing a video. Do you wait? Do you have an iPhone? Yeah, so many people. Oh, geez, so many people are going to sell at all-time high. Yeah, the $3. What's $3.83? CDC has it at $3.45 currently. That's because they want you to pay $3.45. They want you to pay a difference of 15 cents because it's currently at $3.30. So they want you to pay a difference of 15 or 13 cents because that's what crypto.com does. Not the exchange, just the app. I started investing in crypto, dumped 1K into XRP a week ago. My prior focus was on my 401k, and now I'm retiring with um, federal pensions and have a few grand to park somewhere. Might as well be here. Well, that's great to hear that your focus was always your 401k. I'm not a 401k person. Even when I was working a 9 to 5, I wasn't a 401k person. I hated having a 401k because I would rather invest that money myself. Yes, I did like when they did a match, but the match I feel like is just not strong enough. It is free money, and you can always look at it that way. And at least I'm getting something on top of the small gains that they are giving me. I could be more aggressive, but if I was more aggressive at that time, I would have lost a lot of money because the markets were kind of falling heavily. And they always had that disclaimer: if you choose to be more aggressive, you know, you see um, all of that negativity, and you have to live with, kind of what you have there. That's not the true verbiage, but that's the way that I took it. So I was never really a fan of a 401k. I always wanted a Roth IRA, but now, having certain thresholds and income thresholds, I feel like you can't contribute to a Roth IRA anymore, or I can't. So now um, I'm just investing into mutual funds and ETFs. Uh, Stock market is pulling back at the moment. So you think we're going to see the crypto market also do the same? Well, the market's not even open yet. You still see the pre-market that could pull back, but the market isn't open yet. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens. I won't be live during that time, but I don't know how long I'll be live. I might be live during that time. Who really knows? Guys, if you could, like I said, could you hit the like button and get me up to 1,000 likes? That would be amazing. And also, if you want to check out my link for BTCC in the chat, feel free to check it out. 10% deposit bonus for first time deposits, and then also up to 10,000 extra dollars in extra bonuses that you could have there. As well as 40% lower trading fees. Now, I do recommend, if you are going to leverage trade, right? I want to say right from the start, you have to put in a stop loss with BTCC because they don't do an isolated leverage, they do a cross leverage, which means that let's say you put $1,000 in your account, and you decide to trade with only $100 at a 2x leverage. Fantastic, right? It's if the price of your position that you invested into drops by 50%, you then lose your $100 that you've invested in there, right? Which is definitely a lot of room, right? You're good. But let's say it does drop more than 50%. If you have a cross leverage without a stop loss, they can pull from the USDT that you have in your account. and basically say, no, we don't want this position to sell, so we're going to pull from here, and your full liquidation point would be a loss of like $200 rather than $100, right? So you have to make sure that you put in a stop loss, because if you don't, you will lose more money from your actual account versus the amount that you put in here. So if you need help with leverage trading, feel free to reach out to me on Patreon and we can talk about leverage trading there. But it is a phenomenal way to be able to gain quite a bit, hundreds of percent on the money that you put in there. That's how I've been able to gain the 200,000 XRP that I hold, is because I was able to leverage trade and gather more from those leverage trades. Has anyone tried doubling their XRP with the Brad Garlinghouse giveaway? Don't do that. Don't. Are you joking right now? You're joking. That's a clear joke. If you give me 100 XRP, we'll give you 200. If you give us 100,000, we'll give you 200,000. It's like, don't do that. Order, bro, drink some. Yeah, I mean, when I start talking a lot, my throat starts getting a little bit raspy, and I can feel it. I need something to. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because there'll be a pause moment. Need a mint or something. I can't wait until the projector and the screen gets here for the cinema here. We also have a cat wall that the cat doesn't use because she's too hefty. Withdraw 100K a day out of Coinbase if your bank can handle it. Please don't fall for that scam. It's pretty funny. I hope that people don't. I mean, there are some people that are falling for it, but don't. Fat cat, pause. All right. Now, why does YouTube allow those obvious scams? I don't think YouTube has been having a lot of issues, right? They can't clean up the comment section. Um, they can't figure out all the scams that are there, all the live streams that are looking to scam people. Like, they can't figure this stuff out. I don't know why. It should be easy to figure out, but the problem is that when they do, um, do these things to kind of fix certain issues, they end up getting like actual creators in a situation. Like, there are a couple of creators that lost their account completely because they said that their account was a scam, and it's based on what they're trying to automate in the system. And if they automate anything, they can end up automating somebody's channel out, and then you don't have a channel anymore. I would love if YouTube, I've been saying this for so long, I would love if YouTube did a subscribers only chat. Not chat, but comment section. Because that would fix the YouTube scammers, right? And then you can also do a members only chat, and it would really fix the YouTube scammers to where only members can comment on your channel, meaning that you'll never have a scammer that comes through unless they're willing to pay. And if they are willing to pay and you see who they are, you can get them out of here, and most likely they're not going to pay for something. This is why you don't see a lot of scammers in my chats here, because it is a subscriber only chat, so you have to be a subscriber. Bro, are you watching Crop Rip right now? I'm not. I don't know what that is, but no. DJ, of course we're still early. Do some math, and less than the $4 trillion market cap right now. Imagine when you have $4 quadrillion, you're just going to be patient and wait. Your comment section, your comment sections are always filled with bots, and it's kind of funny, but also not because they legitimately scam people. Yeah, it's kind of funny with the amount of scam. I really want to, and even to the point where I can't answer any comments because people think that like I'll answer something and then I won't respond to something that they responded to. So like if they say, "Hey Matt, you're doing a great job," and I'm like, "Thanks, thank you," and then they respond, they say, "Like I always watch your stuff, and I come to the channel every morning," and then the scammer will comment because I don't likely comment on something twice unless it's a super engaging conversation. And even if I still have a ton of comments that'll come through, um, I won't comment, and then the scammer will comment, and then they will end up scamming at least one of those people, and it sucks. It really does. You can do a members only chat. I can do a members only chat and a subscribers only chat, but I can't do subscribers only comment section and a subscribers only or a members only uh, comment section. I'm still learning all this. So people that bought at 50 cents, what would they be making at this moment? I just bought 2 days ago, so I know I'm a bit late. I mean, just based on comparing it to other people, yeah, you're a bit late there. But when it comes to the
A
grand
little
scheme of
Luna
things,
Florist donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Any good futures exchange that pays you out in other crypto pairs?
um, I mean, the only one that I have right now is BTCC, the only one that I'm partnered with, the one that I'm using. But I don't primarily use any other exchange for my shorter term plays, or even some long term plays for leverage trading or being paid out in crypto pairs, um, or in certain crypto. So no, I don't have any other ones. Thank you for that super chat. I just primarily use BTCC. I'm partnered with them, and it makes sense. Do you expect the total market cap to get? I feel like I stop my thought process and never go back to it. So I apologize for doing that. That's just how things have to go sometimes. Do you expect the total market cap to get to 7 trillion this bull run? I don't expect it to. I want to see it anywhere north of $1 trillion market cap. Um, but I know that this could take a lot longer of a process. I hope that it's a shorter process, but I know it could take a lot longer of a process. We know with um, with government um, government implementation with anything, it could take forever. It seems like for something to happen. Um, so if you have any type of implementation there, if you're talking about just partnerships with banks and different use cases there for XRP, it should be big, and that's why we should see north of a $1 trillion market cap. That's my expectation this bull run, but we could see a lot more, of course. Surely we get XRP have a decent pullback soon. Probably. I'm assuming that we would see it. I'm not doing anything regarding that until I hit my price target. You're super humble. Definitely appreciate your knowledge. Thank you for saying that. I miss the morning lives. Thank you, Matt. Other YouTubers, let's just say it's not the same. That's okay. I mean, I haven't watched anybody else's channel. Typically, I will show up sometimes because if I'm busy, with the kids or something, um, I will show up to other live streams and just say hey to some of those people and support what they're doing because it's always great to spread news regardless of who it is. But I do appreciate you saying that, bro. You're a real G. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. In your opinion, but not financial advice, how high do you see XRP reaching overall? Um, Honestly, I can see so much further than what my level of acceptance is, because honestly, majority of my XRP, let's say if we don't see massive pullbacks in between, which we will see, um, majority of my XRP that's for the short term will probably be gone by 100 or $200. So as I'm looking at that, I can see so much more in the future, but I'm I don't want to see that far. I'm looking at $100 and I'm like, that's what I'm willing to accept a lot of gains from those levels. So that's what I'll say. Um, uh, don't be jealous anyone who bought at 50 cents. Most it didn't even buy enough. I have 40K at $2.50. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's all about what you're willing to risk at those levels, and you can see the same thing as you see these levels. Um, those levels were great, but if you truly believed in it, you would throw a percentage of what you have left. And sometimes when people don't have a lot of money, like you don't have to have $100,000 or $50,000 to be able to invest at those levels. There you can invest $1,000, you can invest $100, you can invest $200, $500, whatever. It's whatever you have available that makes it something that you believe in. You don't have to hold 50,000 coins to show that you believed in it, right? You believed in it because you put some of your hard-earned money into this play. And I've been there where I've only invested $200, but that's all I had to invest at those times. Not for cryptocurrency, it was more for stocks when I was really starting out. And as I was starting to progress, I was putting larger amounts in there, what felt like larger amounts, because I only had tens of dollars. And at a time to kind of make free. So I was kind of building up to that point, and putting $250 in on something was a big deal. And then it came to a point where I've invested my first $1,000 in something and it's a huge deal, while others are probably investing tens of thousands. So everybody invests at their levels, and you start to grow as time goes on. As you make future investments, you start to get a little bit more freedom to make those investments. You don't have to have 50,000 to show that you believed in it. Um, but yeah. XRP realistically hitting $50 by the end of 2025, then mooning to 1K from there and so on. Would love to see that. Reality. Are you serious? People aren't really good at math, I guess. Matt, do you consider yourself to be a millionaire now? How does it feel? Well, yeah, I've been uh, yes. It feels great, but it's no. The only thing that I love about it is the freedom to know that you don't have to worry about the financial side of what could be difficulties in life. When it comes to life, you will be hit with tons of difficulties, but having that freedom to know that you don't have to worry about making ends meet at all, that's kind of the best feeling in the world. It's not about like being able to buy anything that you want, because we know that you can't, right? You can't go out and just buy a jet because you wanted to buy a jet because you have $1 million. No, that jet's probably going to cost you multiple millions of dollars. it's it's more about the freedom to know that you won't be in a financial struggle, and that you could help people out if they are in a financial struggle. However, there are multiple issues and multiple things that you could go through in life. Like you can have loss in your life. You could lose your life. Like there are so many things that could be that negative thing for your life. And I was just thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I feel lucky that I'm not in the same situation that I was as a kid when we were, asking for money on the street. That was my struggle throughout my whole entire childhood. And even going into becoming an adult and realizing that I don't want this same life for myself, and that's not something that I need to strive for. um, but we know that there's other people that go through other struggles, right, where you could have it all and then lose absolutely everything. And I know that that can happen, and I want to make sure that I'm putting all this effort into working and gaining money in the markets, but then also being there for family to know that that's the one thing that I do want to always have, because if I lose any part of that, that's something that could be a punch in the gut. Um, Honestly, cut off both my legs at that point. Like it's like I I just want to make sure that everybody goes through their struggles. So that's all I want to say before I get choked up here. But yeah, if you're going through struggles right now financially, if you're going through struggles right now emotionally, know that every single person goes through their struggles in life, and you will have that time to where it happens. I haven't had much of that in the last, um, I would say, 2 years. The um,
Cool
2020,
Story Bro donated £5 through Super Chat.
cool story.
Should I swap half of my XRP for Bitcoin to reach zero point 0.1? What do you think?
I mean, that's up to you. I'm not a huge Bitcoin fan, so that's totally up to you. I I wouldn't do that, right? Because I'm not a Bitcoin fan. But it's all depending on what you want to do. If you want to say to people, it's more of a status symbol. Like I have zero point 0.1 Bitcoin. I know people that have one Bitcoin just because they want to say, like, I hold one Bitcoin. I believe this is going to $1 million. Like, it's more about, it's kind of like them, no offense to any iPhone users. It's kind of like people that want to, that have an iPhone just because they want to say that they have an iPhone. It's more about, like, I feel like that side of it is more about the just the face value and what it is and what it is to be cool versus usability and customization and all that stuff there. No offense to any iPhone user. I have a Samsung, so I'm kind of biased when I say that. But that's kind of the way that it is, where it's like it's a status symbol. Hey, I have Bitcoin. It's like great for you, So I think obviously XRP is going to see a lot more growth than what you would see in Bitcoin. So I would recommend not, but that's totally up to you. You only lose money on crypto when you sell it for less than you paid for it. If you are patient and can wait till 2030, is that what you're trying to say? Instead of 230, if you could wait till 230 today or sooner, you're going to do just fine and be thinking to yourself later. If you just wait, that's funny. That I guess you meant to put 2030, but if you're patient and you just wait till 230, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. What's happening at 230? I'm probably just getting to the point where I've got past that part of life, and I know where you've been, dude. It ain't easy. Just be grateful to see everyone who's been there doing well. Hard work pays off. It does. It really does. If you truly believe in where you can go and what you're doing, hard work truly does pay off. That's the only thing that I can say that has worked for me, is that I've worked hard. I haven't been given a lot of the opportunities that others have been given. But when I do get those opportunities, I make the best of those opportunities, right? That's where I kind of excel compared to some other people, because a lot of people are always like, how'd you do it, right? How did you take the time to even create the YouTube channel and you put all this effort, all this work into it, and speak to a camera so well, right? I don't know how I do it. I'm fully open, and this is raw, unedited, and now a lot of my videos are like this. And
Abdul Beiruti donated $2 through Super
it
Chat.
interrupts a lot.
What's your end of Jan XRP price prediction?
End of I don't know. End of January is it's so short term. I'm not a short term person in XRP. I would say I want to see a level of $5, but that could happen in the next couple of months. We could see it in the next week. You never really know what's going to happen and how people are going to react to the news that happens on January 20th, on December 31st. There could be something big where we see some news on Valentine's Day, whatever, right? There's so much that people can react to that it's tough to predict exactly how they react. It's like a 50-50 shot every time, because you're like, oh, there's a bunch of positive news. They have to react positively, right? Well, it could be a negative thing there. Today, we got a ton of news that The SEC is appealing Ripple's ruling of being not a security to retail sales, and that's a huge negative. It was a huge negative impact before, and today, why wouldn't you think it's the same thing? Well, it's not, because it rises to $3.30+. So you never know how people are going to react to those things, and that's what makes it difficult to predict it short term. So I would say, I don't know. I want to see $5, but I truly don't know. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat you. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, this is where it's going based on the chart. Relax, because I could say that. I could go, okay, well, we potentially are going to see a pullback, and we want to see that pullback down to $2.70, and based on that reaction, we should see a jump back up to the high, and if it breaks that high or breaks this ascending level of support, then we end up seeing it push up. I don't want to go about doing all of that, because a lot of those support levels and resistance levels honestly don't even hold up. I've seen it time and time again. And I was just like, I don't want to go through these patterns that are pointless to go through this technical analysis when it never truly pans out in that manner. Yes, you see maybe the direction that goes in the right way, but it all depends on how people react to those things. Like, oh, it's going to hit this level of support. Well, are people going to buy at that level of support or not? Or are they going to see it as a stepping point to the ultimate level of support? Who knows? So I absolutely hate when you have literally a video full of TA to get people excited about where this can go, when in reality, um, it's not going to hold up those support levels or resistance levels anyway. So, where's the take profit spreadsheet in Patreon? It should be on the pinned comment. So once you go to, um, you know what? Message me real quick, and I could probably send you not send you the link, but send you the post. What the heck is going on here? Can't for some reason get into my stuff. Go to my page, and it should be in the pinned. Yeah, it should be in the pinned post. It's the top post that says all exit plan spreadsheets. And once you click the little link that says all exit plan spreadsheets, um, it'll give you the full breakdown of that. So yeah, here you go. So once you scroll down, you'll be able to see all exit plan spreadsheets. It's updated November 2024. So yeah, and then you have this right here. When you click this, you'll get it. I'm hungry. It's about that time. I have to hop off. People don't even know about family office money. They haven't even got in yet. Some have only put in 1%, and they're talking about is putting about 10% in. If you know how much money? Is that research? Hmm. So Cringe King, cold wallet your XRP and XDC, and then keep a hundred to play with on an exchange, like like a checking account. So I mean, it depends on how much you have. So for me, I keep a good amount over in my Ledger wallet, but obviously majority of it is more short term to take profit as time goes on, and you can't really do that well when you have that over there, either in cold storage or whatever. So um, I like to make those moves and then profit off that, and then put that money aside or put that money wherever I want to put it. But right now, what I'm worried about, I can say what I'm worried about this year is the taxes portion of everything that happened last year, because everything that happened last year has been phenomenal. But I haven't taken much profit, if anything, really, on cryptocurrency. So, but the profit that I did take, have to obviously go through that, as well as the money received from YouTube and sponsors and all of that other stuff, which is a little bit more complicated than what I had years prior. Um, honestly, around tax season, we typically see a decrease because you have more people that are getting prepared to pay taxes. Omelet? Like I should eat an omelet? I'm starving. The sky's the limit. That's very true. Um, what is the reason behind XRP is still soaring even with the SEC filed? It's the way people are reacting to it, because there's no other news behind it saying like, oh, this is what's happening with XRP. It's like I think many investors are now tired of seeing the SEC pull the same stupid stunt every single time to say, oh, we're appealing this, and this is we're appealing the Ripple's ruling, and this is where XRP will be, and XRP is going to go to zero because of that. We're tired of the BS, like all of us. So we're just like, yeah, no. And people are wanting to buy, and they see the FOMO, and they continue to buy at those levels. And yes, while we could see, it come back down and decrease from the $3.40 level, it's still, we still saw a major impact and a major push. We could see it pull back to $2.70. It depends how the stock market really opens up. Because if the stock market opens up negative, we could see that transition to cryptocurrency, which means that we probably will see XRP come down as well. But it's not something I'm worried about, really. I just use Google or Grok and Google Family Office Money Worldwide. I don't know what that is. That's what stable coins are for. Are you talking about something that I've said? The SEC is bringing back the same arguments. The Stuart Alderati is brushing it off. Yeah, I mean, we all should. It's not anything different. If you have the same level of information, why would you expect a different result? And the only reason is if you have somebody new, a new perspective on it. A newer perspective brings back a different situation. Now, if everything remains the same, then it's going to remain the same. Why should you expect a different result? That's the definition of insanity. We don't want, like, obviously they're insane. Trump considers US-based crypto reserve, potentially prioritizing coins like Solana and XRP. Will the burn rate per transaction always be 0.0001?
Virginiaman donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Matt, I got into the WEPE pre-sale. Do you think WEPE will be a good play this cycle? Thanks for all your hard work, and the VSG play made a good profit.
Well, that's great that you made a a ton on VSG. That's fantastic, and obviously I still have some that's there. I can't for the life of me remember what Wepe is. I feel as though because I talk about so many plays and I go over so many plays, whether I talk about it on screen or not, I go over so many plays, and I remember it, but I haven't looked at it in a while, so I honestly don't know. I would look at it right now, but I don't. I have to go into some places to look for it. How much have they raised right now, if I may ask? Because again, I would have to go out of my way to kind of change up my screens in order to look at it. But VSG, I mean, it's great to see the level of growth that they have had off and on, and also being able to see a lower level for people to kind of reinvest and get in lower to see it grow higher. And hopefully that's the case, that we see it grow a lot more as time goes on, as altcoin season happens. But I would assume so. I would assume if I did mention it, that it has some potential for Wepe, as well as obviously with what happened with VSG. So Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. I also was just talking about something I can't remember. Will the burn rate be 0.00001 for XRP? If so, 10 cents, wait, 10-cent transaction fee would mean that 1,000 XRP would mean $1,000 in XRP. 10 cents is is cheap compared to what it costs now. Um, so will it always be that level? I would assume so. But it's going to be the level of transactions that increases, not really about the um, the amount of XRP that's going to be burned per transaction. It's just the amount of transactions is going to be a lot more as it's used as a transaction based currency, as it's used more and more frequently for everything. It seems like with that being the case, it then burns a lot of XRP as time goes on, but it doesn't burn too much to where it's obviously becomes a major problem there. So, well, it would be good for investors, but it wouldn't be good as a currency there because then it would just raise XRP's price to levels that it honestly should not or could not be at, right? Because then you're seeing, trillions of dollars worth of a market cap while also seeing a lot lower of a supply if the burn rate is truly too high. But what it does do is, depending on the amount of transactions that you have, creates more of a deflationary aspect, meaning that your money becomes more valuable over time, but it's not like an insane level of an increase to where people are gaining substantial wealth. Because if it is that, you then have people that are selling just based off of the transactions that happen per year rather than using it as a currency. If it's something that sparingly moves, like burns a decent amount, but not like a 1% or 10% per year, um, it's
Virginiaman
more
donated
survivable.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Raised a little over 49 million so far for Wall Street Pepe.
Got you.
WEPE.
That's what it was. Wall Street Pepe. Yes. So 49 million. That's amazing that they raised that so far. And I've seen that's kind of mixing the two players together. They're kind of a popularity as well with Wall Street, and then also like the Wall Street memes, and then Pepe itself. So it's like you're gaining a double level of popularity. So I think yeah, you'll still have some movement. You'll have some major movement that happens there, but I'm excited for what is to come. I always try to invest a little bit into various plays that are here because you never know what could be, right? Something that could be a $1 million market cap could then find a way to be a Peanut the squirrel and go to a multiple $1 billion market cap at that point. So you end up gaining a lot from the investment side of it because, it's not really anything on the use case side. It's just a meme coin play. So yeah, I remember it now. There's just so many plays that I look into, whether it's Wepe or many others. And since I haven't really talked crypto too much, it's difficult. Beware of other crypto millionaires who made a bag and make rug pull coins. Yeah, that who are those people? Do you have any names? I believe Peanut will pull soon. I mean, either way, what the point is with meme coins, you have to understand that meme coins are not meant for longevity. There are some meme coins that are, like Dogecoin and maybe Shiba Inu and some others that are meant for, and Floki and things that have some use case or potential use case, but they're meme coins at heart. The majority of the meme coins that are made um, in the market in Ethereum and Solana or whatever are not there for long-term purposes. It's there for this bull run and maybe getting into next bull run, and you'll see new meme coins that are made. So know that you can't sit here and just hope for just a long-term aspect of those plays unless they have long-term capabilities or qualities of them. Like say if they have a burn rate associated with it. Yes, you could see a lower market cap and still see a higher price because of the amount that's going to be burned off in the end. We haven't seen that happen because it takes a while for those things to happen when you do have a burn coin. but you have to make sure you set your exit plan and know what the wins are, by collecting your initial investment, collecting some profit, and then holding out for what could be other profit taking levels. The smartest thing government could do is give everyone a Doge miner, and here's your UBI, figure it out. I guess I fully agree with one coin that everyone knows is Safe Moon. That ish was crucial. Um, got you. Bonk is a good meme coin too. I mean, it's a good meme coin. I'm just saying you shouldn't be. And Bonk had more of a use case from the start than any meme coin that was out there, because it was more about the survival of Solana for Bonk. So I would give that a. I'm just saying majority of the meme coins that are out there are more for the shorter term gains rather than the long term output. XRP and ETH are now at the same height. What can you say about that? What? XRP at 190. I don't think that's 100. Is it 190? Might need to be refreshed. $191 billion market cap. That is absolutely phenomenal to see. Like, you don't understand the level of impact. $190 billion market cap. Um, would you still be buying XRP right now? Well, seeing as I'm not, no, I'm not buying XRP. If I didn't have any XRP, yes. The reason why I would, before you decide to hit that buy button because you just need a confirmation, the reason why I would buy right now if I did not have any XRP is because my mindset would be completely different than what most people would go into it for. Most people are going into it saying, I want to FOMO into this. I want to make as much money as other people. That's not the case for me, right? I want to, yes, make a lot of money, but it's not a short-term play. It's a long-term play for me. So I would buy into it here. I wouldn't invest everything that I possibly own. I would find a way to dollar cost average into it with a sparing amount. As time goes on, I would start out with a decent amount, maybe $1,000 or whatever. And then maybe it would be a little bit more, who knows? Maybe I would want to get 1,000 coins. So I would say it would probably be somewhere around, let's say 3,300 at this point, which is hefty to start out with. But as time goes on, as we see certain levels that are lower, let's say it does go down to $2.70, I would find a way to invest in another 1,000 as time moves on, because I would want to dollar cost average in. And you can look at it at a smaller scale if you want. Start with 100. And then do it at another 100 when it goes lower, and then if it goes even lower, do another 100. The point is to dollar cost average in to set yourself up for the long term, not for what's happening now, but what's happening in the next 2 years, or what could happen in the next 5 or 10 years, right? And as you're dollar cost averaging in, you're able to gain so much when you get to the end, and have some left over to be able to use it with however we're using it. I've been a long term since 2021 in XRP. That's amazing. What about XLM? I don't hold any XLM. I like it though. Genzer leaving is great. He talks about crypto manipulation, but every time he does these filings, he's manipulating. Yeah. I get in and out of meme coins and put my profits into what I believe are longevity plays. Like XRP, XLM, Bitcoin, etc. I agree with you. That's something that I've always done. I've done that even in the stock market. Right? I buy into plays that's like is that, maybe a shorter term play, make some money from it, take that money and then throw it into my ETFs and throw it into my Roth IRA and my long term positions. And I do the same thing in cryptocurrency. If I make $20,000 from a meme coin play, I'm probably going to end up throwing it into. I usually take a lot of the cryptocurrency gains and throw it into my dividend portfolio. That's how I've been able to grow my dividend portfolio in the last year from $69 to $140,000. It wasn't just pure growth within it. I would say 10,000 at that time was pure growth, and then 4,000 ish, or it might be less. 3,000 was about the dividend growth. So, a total, let's say, of 13, 14,000 that I was able to gain from that, but then everything else was put in there. Easy answer for buying XRP is very low. On exchanges, we are going into price discovery soon, maybe a long time. I gotta get off here because my voice is really going right now. I was gonna stay until about 9:30, 10 o'clock because I wanted to see how the markets react to things. But we may see things that skyrocket, and I just can't talk anymore because my voice is literally going. So guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. I appreciate you guys being here for these 2 hours. Also, if you guys want to, check out my link for BTCC, feel free to check out the link for BTCC. You can get a 10% deposit bonus as well as 10,000 extra dollars of extra bonuses per user up to, and then 40% lower trading fees as well as being able to trade 500x leverage. So if you guys are interested, feel free to check out that link. It's at the top of the chat. It's also at the top of the description. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I really want to stay, but this voice is just bothering me. No matter what I take, it could be a cough drop, water, or whatever. Maybe it's because I haven't talked for this long in a long period of time. But I have a couple of other things to do anyway. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If things do explode and we get past $4, expect to see me back on here. And I'll talk about what's happening there and pullbacks and all of those other things there. So